Hello there. This is Judge Dedra Davis. I am Judge Dedra Davis. I am a judge here in Texas, presiding over a civil district court. The civil courts, we're dealing with disputes and with your money. That is not a criminal court. But I am Judge Dedra Davis. I want to give you a brief description of default judgments versus trials. When you have a default judgment, the default judgment comes when you have a plaintiff who files a lawsuit. The plaintiff files the lawsuit and the defendant doesn't answer. So the person that they filed the lawsuit against does not answer. They get a certain amount of time to answer according to the rules. And when they don't answer, then the plaintiff can come into court and say, Judge, we filed this lawsuit. The time has lapsed and the defendant didn't answer. We want to get a default judgment. There's an original petition that's filed by the plaintiff, but there is no answer filed by the defendant. Boom, you get your default judgment. On the other hand, you have a trial. With the trial, the plaintiff filed their lawsuit. They filed an original petition. The defendant answered. Once the defendant answers, then the trial coordinator, they issue what we call a DCO. That's a docket control order. In that docket control order, it has a list of dates with different deadlines that the litigants have to meet. And the last date of the whole docket control order is a trial date. So with that docket control order, you'll have a mediation date. I require mediations. You'll have discovery dates, just date after date after date. Usually the trial doesn't come for a little over a year because they need time to do some discovery. So as we just said, with a default judgment, you have an original petition that the plaintiff files and no answer from the defendant. When that short amount of time passes, usually 30, 40, whatever days, the plaintiff will come to the judge and say, the Texas Rules of Civil Procedure, the time is already passed. It's past that time. I even gave them more time because they usually don't do just 30 days. They usually give them quite a few more days. And they'll say, I deserve a default judgment. So they have to give notice and then they can get their default judgment because the defendant did not answer. On the other side, a trial. A trial, you have the original petition that the plaintiff filed. You have the defendant filed an answer. Then the trial coordinator issues a docket control order, a DCO. And the last date of the docket control order is a trial. So default judgment, there's an original petition and no answer. The trial, there's an original petition, there is an answer, and there's also a trial date that's about a year or so out. Thank you all very much. I hope this tutorial was helpful to help you understand the difference between a default judgment and a trial. I am Judge Dedra Davis, your judge of the 270th District Court. I am in Harris County. My pleasure to serve, and we'll do a few more tutorials. But thank you so much.